welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
A look there inside a MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, a good one in the NFC. It's the San Francisco 49ers and the New York Giants. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, it's Graham Gano to get this one started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The 49ers come out, and Brock Purdy leads them out. Greg, it's really one of the best stories in NFL history when you think about it. From last pick in the draft to taking the 49ers to the Super Bowl, now to a lucrative contract for the fourth-year man out of Iowa State.
I think when you break down this game, Mike, I think it's really quite simple. I think it really comes down to the age-old, hey, be balanced on offense. Can their passing attack and rushing attack complement each other? Because what that does is it makes the defense defend the entire field. And then the number one goal of every team every week in the NFL, no self-inflicted negatives. That's tackles for loss, sacks, and then, of course, the most important one, don't turn the ball over.
The throw on the run is complete. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap to Purdy. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
49er first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And it will finally be brought down at the Niners' 17-yard line.
First down, San Francisco.
That one good for 26 yards.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
On the ground, it's McCaffrey. He'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
And goal at the 4-yard line.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense. So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains, they're nothing fancy, but they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. We need two. Here's Purdy. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. The safety, Javon Holland, coming on the rush that time. Picks up the sack.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
On fourth down, it's Jake Moody time for the Niners. This about as short as you can get. Moody's kick is good. And the 49ers will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Emir Smith-Marset now to return it. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. So here come the Giants, and Greg, it is the latest stop for Russell Wilson. A decade and a Super Bowl in Seattle, 2 years in Denver, last year in Pittsburgh, and now Russell Wilson is the Giants QB. A run with the man out of Purdue, that's Tyrone Tracy. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 16 yards on the game, and a quick first down.
And the Giants first down.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Wilson now off the bootleg. And the throw left sideline caught. They rule incomplete. Couldn't keep the feet in. And it's second down.
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
Now Wilson on second down. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Darius Slayton. Touchdown, New York.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Giants move out to a 7-3 lead.
49ers 3.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Niners offense going to take over now for the second time. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And he finds some daylight. A pass the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7.
Brings up 2nd down.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 2. On the counter, it's McCaffrey. And that one's going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
Here comes 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. He finds his big receiver, that's Jennings. And he'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A 9-yard pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They run once more with McCaffrey. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a 1st down.
At the 26.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the 1st down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. Ricky Pearsall, the intended receiver. It's 2nd down.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
It is 3rd and long. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And I think this is just a really good quarterback play. You understand you got 3 points in your pocket. Don't try to be a hero on 3rd down and make the perfect pass. Throw it away, and at the end, just come away with points on this drive.
A 45-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Niners are back within 1. It's 7-6.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Eric Gray to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. And And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Wilson. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. That is brought in. And he will take this one in. 74 yards. Touchdown, New York. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Now, Gano for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Giants will take a 14-6 lead.
14, 49ers 6.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. And he has made his presence felt in the ground game already in this first quarter. And it might very well lean on him the next 3 quarters, too. On 1st and 10, Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
From the 34, here's 2nd and 4. On the handoff, McCaffrey. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, San Francisco.
So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Giants leading this one early. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. It's the 49ers with the football to start quarter number 2. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. It's good for a Niners first down.
49ers.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical, right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
They'll go back to McCaffrey on first down. Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
He's brought down at the 40.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Kittle is the man in motion. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he is planted backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
Purdy to Kittle for the Niners first down.
A gain of 15. a 49er first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on third down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, they're able to get you down for a loss.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
It is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. He's going to air this one out. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
So Jake Moody now out for the field goal. This one from 47 yards out. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the 49ers are back within 5.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Malik Neighbors heading out with the Giants offense for their next possession. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Out of the gun, here's Russ. His throw left side is complete. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup. I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Theo Johnson.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
In motion, it's Robinson. On 3rd down, here's Wilson. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. To throw is Purdy. He'll step up and run, and he'll slide to a halt after picking up about 6.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing it. We don't give these big guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take the back down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Purdy. Nowhere to go! He's going to be taken down. Roy Robertson Harris gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
Sacks are drive killers. And again, sacks in my mind are more of a quarterback stat than they are an offensive line stat. You have to have a clock in your head to understand where the weakness of the protection is, where I got to go with the ball if I'm hot, and at the end of the day, just get the ball out of your hand.
Third and long. Here's Purdy. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. How about that play off the call sheet to convert 3rd and 18 for a 1st down? 2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Purdy. That's hauled in once again. It's Ayuk. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Now Purdy. That's to the right side and incomplete. Jawan Jennings was the intended target. 3rd down coming up.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
That's over the middle to Kittle. A pickup there of 13. 1st down, 49ers.
13 yards. And a 49er 1st down.
Paid for this? Hey, you're not quick enough!
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success. So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Back to the air again is Purdy. He's got it inside the 5. And they continue to churn out first downs. What a drive. It continues now with first and goal. Back to the air is Purdy. But fortunately, one of his teammates able to get on it, and the Niners retain possession. Timeout 49ers. That is their second. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime. They are very fortunate to get another shot at it. It is second down and goal. The connection made to Ayuk. And that's going to move them closer, but they're going to need to come up with something here. Here comes third and goal.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial that
one. Take it in, middle of the end zone. Ricky Pearsall, touchdown, 49ers.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end in the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
Now Jake Moody for the extra point. He's got it. And the 49ers will up it to a 2-point lead.
16, Giants 14.
So, final seconds of this first half. Looks like they'll take a lead into the locker room as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard line.
Now Wilson on first down. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counterpunch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. This is still anyone's game here. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as the second half is about to get underway. This is still anyone's ball game at this point. The difference is just 2 as we begin quarter number 3. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Giants offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They trail by 2, and will start this drive with first and 10.
brings up second down at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 4. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete. Wandale Robinson, the one he was looking for that time. And third down coming up.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man. Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
The Giants sending out their punter. He's on for the second time. They'll try to get something inside the 10. Cowling on the return. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. He'll get this out wide. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second and 6. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
Third down, Purdy. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
Here's the Giants offense. Now they get set to take over once more. They'll begin with first and 10. On the give, it's Tracy. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Here's a second and 12. From the gun, it's Wilson. Catch made, right side, it's Johnson. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
Mike, did you see how hyped the sideline got after that run after catch? I mean, I thought the bench was going to run out onto the field to celebrate. He refused to go down on first contact and second contact for that matter.
On third and 1, Wilson. He's got his man complete to Johnson. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of
that pass play good for 22. That's good for a Giants first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Niners' 29-yard line.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. On the ground, here's Tracy. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. And he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Now Russ. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money.
And he'll take it on in. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, Giants. His 2nd catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Gano on to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Giants will up the lead to 5.
49ers 16.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula and come out on top in this tight one as we hit the 2nd half. A return now from the 4. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Niners offense ready for this next possession. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here, and they'll begin it with 1st and 10. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now Purdy. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient. But at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Have to throw this one away. There is nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
There's no need to do anything reckless. It's 3rd and long. The opportunity to convert this is probably slim. So There was nothing open downfield. I think he makes the smart decision here, Mike. Avoid the negative play and throw the ball away.
The 49ers out for the punt, as he's on to punt for the second straight drive. Here's Smith-Marset, and he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Giants offense, and Russell Wilson set to take over once more, and he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
From just shy of midfield, here's second down. The shotgun, Wilson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a third down.
And 8 yards.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Out of the gun, here's Russ. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A pickup there of 25 yards. First down, Giants.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
He's got his man. That's Slayton. He's taken down just shy of the 10. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
First and 10.
So far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Now a short one caught by the tight end, Johnson. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here's a little pop pass heading to the right. And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line.
I'm thinking, Mike, they might have had a little tendency on him or been tipped off pre-snap, because it seemed to me like that defense was just ready and waiting for the jet sweep. There wasn't a whole lot he could do. He takes the loss.
Third down, here's Wilson. He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, New York. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have got to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Extra point by Gano is up and good. And the Giants will extend this third quarter lead. Scott, thank Thank you, my friend. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this second half. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here's the San Francisco offense ready to take possession of the ball once more. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, it's Purdy. A throw on the move is caught. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Second and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8. Purdy to throw. A throw out wide. That is dropped. That could be a live football. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop him with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they force the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
The score, Giants 35, 49ers 16.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He's across the 20, taken down. The 49ers offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. He'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Purdy now on 2nd down. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big-time play for the Niners. 33 yards.
First down, San Francisco.
While everybody wants to attack the middle of the field, you just have to make sure you don't do it recklessly. You want to make sure you protect both the ball and your receiver, and in this case, he does both. Puts it on the money, picks up a big gain.
Purdy using the pop pass. And that didn't fool anyone. They'll chase him down behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. On 2nd down, Purdy. Caught. This is IU. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8. Shotgun snap to Purdy. In trouble, and down he goes.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
Third and 10. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. He'll try to run for it. And he's in! Brock Purdy! Touchdown, San Francisco. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Moody now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the 49ers are able to edge a bit closer.
49ers 23.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Ray going to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Giants offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. Slayton is the man in motion. Look up the ground, and here's Tracy on 1st down. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 6. On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. They tackle him at the 38, but that run is good enough to pick up the 1st down.
7-yard gain. That's good for a New York Giant. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard. Fishing, looking to run. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
From the gun on third down, Wilson. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
This will be returnable from his own 15. And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Niners offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Here's Purdy. That's taken in by Jennings. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Third and short. Purdy. 16-yard pickup on that one. It's good for a Niners first down.
A gain of 16 yards. And a 49er first down.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the two needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at their 49-yard line.
Purdy gonna put it up again. Throwing the out route, Ayuk has it. And that's gonna be a first down. A pickup of 9.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
They'll throw again with Purdy. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Purdy. There's a throw right side. Going to be incomplete. George Kittle was the intended target that time. And it'll be 3rd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
This throw left side, caught by Kittle. He's going to be out of bounds. He is well shy where he needed to get to. It'll bring up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. This is caught. He's got a long way to go. And that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a 4th down, 4th quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs.
Well, that was a disaster. I like the call. I like going for it on 4th down. Give your offense a chance to extend this drive and maintain possession, but after going the wrong way, now they're going to have to watch the other team take over after failing to move the chains.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. A carry here for Tracy. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Brought down by Upton Stout. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Quick throw to Neighbors on the RPO. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, they'll use another timeout on this side of it at 1:55.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. 49ers offense about ready to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. Open man is Jennings. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Timeout 49ers. That is their 2nd. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. Here's 2nd down. Out of the gun. It's Purdy. There's that man again. Another catch.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Third and long. Here's Purdy. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
Purdy to throw for it on 4th down. That's taken in, and he's going to have the 49ers first down. It's a gain of 12 facing 4th down. The Niners will use their 3rd and final timeout. They stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Back to the air is Purdy. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's brought down, but they are out of timeouts.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd down.
So it's a win for the men in blue. The Giants get it done. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants are winners as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.